I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Where are you?
I'm in a bar. I might not come home tonight.
I love New York. I love these fans.
Clubhouse, special premiere, CBS Sunday.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Andrew Patterson. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any other type of videos or topics or reactions or randomness or anything in between, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon, both down below in the info box down below. And also I apologize for this because it looks like I got knocked the fuck out, Mike Tyson style. But long story short, when I was in middle school, I was in a car crash where I had my eyeball, this one, scratched. And so from time to time, if I'm looking too much on a computer screen, it shows up. Usually I have a handle on it, but again, just with certain things lately, it gets a bit more, it happens a bit more often. So it's just one of the things just gotta deal with. I know I'm talking like a minute or two, haven't even talked about the subject at hand. But Andrew Patterson this time wanted me to talk about this TV show, more specifically the first episode of a show called Clubhouse, which I had never heard of before. But it was a show that debuted on CBS in 2004. And like I've said before, and I'll say again, looking into these shows, whether it's just one episode or what have you, especially the short-lived ones are very interesting to me. Because there are moments in time that could be very easily going through the cracks. Because they're not a show that lasted 5, 10, 15 years and are more well known. These are ones that was a blip. Some for one episode. This apparently got 5 episodes in 2004. Then they held back. And then in 2005, another 6 was released on HDNet. For all you who remember HDNet. So a total of 11 episodes. So technically, as you say, is season 1. Because usually seasons, sometimes it's 15, 20, 25 episodes, but I guess technically here 11, at least that were released. And the story is, you have a kid who gets his dream job to be a bat boy for his favorite baseball team, which is a team they made up for the show called the New York Empires. I guess they couldn't get the rights to use an actual baseball team, so they're like, hey, let's make one up. Or maybe they did that because, hey, we want to have new characters. If we have a real team, then, well, is going to be a real baseball players? Are people going to differentiate between, well, wait a minute, these are fake characters, but it's New York Yankees? I guess just to make it easier, just come up with a different team. So I can understand that. Now, the lead kid is an actor named Jeremy Sumpter. I knew he seemed familiar. If you remember the movie Frailty with Bill Paxton, Jeremy Sumpter played one of the two kids. I believe he played Adam. I believe that was the kid who believed in what his dad was doing, who thought his dad, played by Bill Paxton, was doing the right thing. I believe that was Adam. And by the way, Frailty is a great movie. Great movie. Rest in peace, Bill Patterson. Very solid film. But Jeremy Sumpter was also in a flick called Into the Storm, which I thought was a pretty decent flick. Kind of in the vein of Twister. Granted, Twister's a better movie, but I think Into the Storm was still fun. There's not nearly enough decent budgeted tornado movies. And then he was also in the 2003 Peter Pan movie. Now, other people that's in the show, Dean Cain from Lois and Clark, the Superman TV show, he's in this as one of the baseball players. Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future, he's the coach. Mare Winningham, I believe that's her name. She was in Miracle Mile, which is a film I quite enjoy. She plays the mom. And then pretty much it's an hour-long drama about this kid, more like a teen, being a bat boy and the ups and downs that comes with that. And this episode, he's excited, and even the soundtrack brought me back to that time period, because you have the song Five for Fighting. 100 years, da-da. Da-da-da-da, for a moment. I can't sing for shit, but the song's called 100 Years by the band Five for Fighting. I'm like, I recognize that song. So that was cool. And that's showing how excited he is to be a part of this, and he's marveling the empty stadium. And him getting to know the team. Like Dean Cain, hey, give me a bat stretcher, kid. And he's going all over trying to appease people. And he's meeting different people. One's sort of a bully asshole. One gives him, hey, keep this for me when I go out there. It's like a necklace. And then again, one's Dean Cain. Christopher Lloyd is the coach, like I mentioned. At home, his sister's a bit of a drunk, and she goes out and doesn't get along with mom. The mom is worried about the kid. Where were you? She's very protective of the kid. And then the big plot of this pilot episode is one of the players, it gets into, he's supposed to drive this Ferrari from A to B. But at B, it's a garage, and the garage is locked. So what's he going to do with his Ferrari? So he's driving it all over, which I'm like, okay, what baseball player would just let anyone drive their fucking Ferrari? Just saying. No matter, I don't give a fuck how busy they are, how late it is. It's still a Ferrari. But he gets picked up by the cops. And the cops, hey, what's your license, blah, blah, blah. And some drugs are found. In particular, steroids. And they arrest the kid. And hey, kid, come on, whose is it really? Come on, just look at you. I do like the fact that the cops don't really buy that it's the kid steroids. Which makes sense because the way he looks, his body build. But he wants to do right for the team, so he takes the blame for it. And then he gets into this moral dilemma, like, are you, okay, either you take the blame for it, but you could get kicked out of school, but you'll be by the team and be a team player, and maybe the crowd won't boo you, or you do the right thing, you tell the truth, and I would say the best parts are when Dean Cain and Christopher Lloyd are on screen. And I think in retrospect, been more of, maybe that's more of the show, to be fair, because it's only episode 1. But Jeremy Sumpter, he's alright. I just didn't think he was a strong enough lead to carry a show, at least with this character. I mean, again, it's one of those that it's alright, but it's nothing really magnificent or fantastic or any of those words. Again, Dean Cain and Christopher Lloyd I thought brought a bit more to the table, and I wish it was more about them. Again, maybe it's that with the rest of the few episodes, but here I'm like, because he does kind of wander around, and Chris Lloyd I thought had the best moment in the episode where he talks about, hey man, let me tell you something. You ain't arrived in this game until you've been booed. Which I just thought that was a good line. I thought Christopher Lloyd sold it. And then Dean Cain helps him out as well. And they're both supporters of the kid. He does the right thing. He does get booed. Because, hey, you snitched on this player. And now he's gone. And fuck you. They don't say fuck. It's CBS. But they get booed. And Christopher Lloyd's like, you've arrived, kid. So it was created by Daniel Cerrone, or Daniel Cerrone. This is a guy whose credits include Dexter, where he was a showrunner, The Blacklist, The Mentalist, Charmed. He was a co-creator of the TV show of Constantine. So obviously this guy has been somewhat successful on the TV circuit. But this one, I mean, again, it only lasted 11 episodes. And again, 5 of those were on CBS, and then the later 6 on HDNet. So I can see why the show would have caught on. But granted, there's been good shows that have bombed as well. But it's just one of those where, okay, number one, if you're not into baseball, I don't know how much you'd be into the show. I'm not that into baseball, but there's some baseball movies I don't mind, like Major League, for example. I really like Major League. I do wonder if Dean Cain, maybe if he was the lead, but I mean, that's the story. It's about this young kid in this world of a baseball team. I don't know if maybe a different actor, like a stronger actor. Again, the kid is fine, but he just doesn't have that big presence, and okay, he's the focal point, but your mind's kind of wandering to the other supporting actors, like the mom, and I mentioned you, Lloyd and Dean Cain, that you're more drawn to the lead. And I guess some of the songs were fun to listen to on a nostalgia train, like the Five for Fighting song. And like I said, the acting is fine. The story, I just kind of a weird story to start off with your pilot episode. From the get-go, he's in a car and there's steroids and cops, and you've pretty much been arrested by cops, and it made me go, well, where are you gonna go towards next? You've already had a dealing with the police, and you could but this close to going to jail, and your mom knows, and she says no, but then she's like, fine, you can do it, and then again, I'm sure that's my question's answered with the other episodes. But again, it was one of those I'm watching without the commercials. It's about 45, 50 minutes, give or take. And it was alright. There's really nothing that bad about it. Like I said, I do wish Dean Cain, Christopher Lloyd was more prominent. And they're not. They pop up every once in a while. The lead and his sister. Indifference, maybe that's the word I'm looking for, indifferent on it. So there you go. It was for free on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. I would say this. If you're really into baseball, or if you're really into Dean Cain, Christopher Lloyd, or Curiosity, or you just, like me, well, this was a paid request. Thank you. But you're just curious about short-lived TV shows, which, again, I do find fascinating. Like anything, any bad or good review I do, bad or good movie I talk about, go see it for yourself. Make your own judgment. I mean, I would not choose to watch more of it, but I am open to it. Or maybe like to flip through to find the next Dean Cain or Christopher Lloyd scene. But I mean, it'd be one of those like, nah. I can see why someone's kind of mind would drift off and go, yeah. What else is on? Oh, I'll go watch this instead. I could see that happening. Because it just, I don't know if the story was so strong enough for your pilot episode to draw the viewer in. And again, your lead character just seems lacking, whether it be in presence, whether it be in a strong identity, or just you see more interesting people on the sidelines. I would rather follow Christopher Lloyd's character or Dean Cain's point of view. Like, you do have the Bat Boy idea, but let's follow Dean Cain's point of view as he's witnessing all this. Or, again, Christopher Lloyd's point of view as he's witnessing all of this. Or hell, if I want to see something where a kid gets involved with baseball and involves Christopher Lloyd, I'll go watch Angels in the Outfield. Which, granted, that's more fantasy, but the way, the kid in that, I thought was a much better presence. And, oh my god, I know who the lead kid is. How the hell do I had a brain fart now, damn it. Cannot believe I had a brain fart. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna be pissed at myself if I don't. I know his name. Why can't I remember his name? I'm gonna get so mad at myself now. Damn it. That's the thing. I'm not the best with names. I know people like shouting at it. I'll find out in a bit. But until I do, yeah, this show, again, based on the episode, doesn't seem that badly filmed. Like I said, some of the song choices I didn't mind. Again, the story, I don't know if that's the strongest story to start with your pilot episode. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, that's who it was. See, I know I'd be mad at myself. Yeah, like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, even as a kid, he had a bit more of a presence compared to this guy. Same with, and you saw that a lot with young. That's the thing with younger, whether kid or in this case teen actors. Some are stronger than others, just like regular actors. Like you look at a young River Phoenix, he worked fairly well. Jake Lloyd, not so much. So yeah, it just depends. Even a young Leonardo DiCaprio, there's something more to him. Other people, not so much. So again, one of those things. So thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.